Okay, I'm now going to talk a little bit more about sort of creating shapes by overlaying different shapes and then merging them together and again punching holes into shapes. So if I'm focused on this background shape now, which will be my final cut of the key ring, so this will be laser etched my letter form, and then it will cut the hole for the actual key ring, and then the shape will be cut out of the vector here. So I'm going to hide for the time being by clicking on this visible toggle, so I can just focus on this main shape. I'm going to give myself a new layer by just clicking up here on a new layer, and I'm going to call this I'm just going to call this main cut, just so I know what I'm dealing with. And I'm going to just change the color of my line so I can tell the difference between them. I want my fill for the time being turned off. Okay, so I am going to start by using a couple of drawing tools. I'm going to create a circle just to make life really easy up here and also down here, and then I will cut sections of that away. Would seem the most sensible way of doing this. So I'm going to go over to my toolbar here, and there is a rectangle tool. Any symbol that has this little tiny triangle on the right hand corner means if you hold the mouse down there will be another list of tools under that. So I'm going to go to the rectangle tool and I'm going to click on the ellipse tool. Now if I've boxed up this area, this is really useful because if I want to create my circle, for example, I can go to this corner and drag it down holding shift to get a perfect circle. So let me try that. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to press shift. Otherwise it will just be an ellipse. If I press shift it will guarantee a pure circle. So I'm going to say that sort of size, let go of the mouse, and then I'm just going to use my selection tool just to nudge it across just to get it in line. Okay, so there's my first shape, which is a circle. I'm going to do exactly the same process but at a larger scale down there. So I'm going to click on the ellipse tool, click down here on the corner and drag it up, press shift to guarantee a pure circle. That's looking pretty good. And then I'm going to let go of the mouse to create my circle and then click off of that. So I have my two circles, and then I need a shape basically going from this point across to here, across to here, across to here, and then back home. So I'm going to use my pen tool over here, and I'm going to click from my first point to the next point down here. I'm just going to skim across here somewhere to maybe there, like on my drawn plan, back up here, and then I need to of course go back to the place of origin, which is that white anchor which increases in size as I head over it. So that is now three separate shapes. To make life easier and to see what I'm doing, I'm going to basically color those now. So my fill is also going to become blue. My fill becomes blue. My fill becomes blue. And then I'm going to select all three of those shapes with the selection tool. So click and drag. And I'm going to use my Pathfinder tool again to blend those shapes, to unite those shapes together. Remember, the Pathfinder tool is under Window, Pathfinder, and then it's that first option under Shape Modes, Unite. Okay, so there we go. That is now one complete shape. So in order to create the hole for the actual key ring, I'm going to first of all select that background shape with the selection tool on the toolbar on the left hand side, click and select the shape. I'm then going to get rid of the fill on the swatches palette, so I'm going to click on the fill and we'll click none, so I just have an outline so I can see my original drawing. I'm then going to go over to the toolbar and click on the ellipse tool again, and I'm going to go through the same process of sort of lining it up with my little structure grid, clicking on the corner, drag out, hold shift just to guarantee that it's a pure circle about that size, and then I'm going to use the selection tool just to sort of nudge it back into position into the center. I think I'm probably happy with that position. Okay, I'm going to click then on my new circle and I'm going to fill that white just so I can see the area that needs to be cut out. And then I'm going to click onto my background shape and I'm going to fill that dark blue color so I can see exactly where I want my hole to be. I then am going to select both of those objects and I'm going to use the Pathfinder tool. Just a reminder, we go up to Window, Pathfinder, and then it is this second option which is minus the front, so that will minus the shape on top and we'll punch a hole into that background shape. So you're going to click on that and that will punch a hole through your object. Perfect. So that's about it. I'm now going to make my original letterform drawing visible by clicking on that visibility toggle. At the moment you can't see it because it is underneath my main cut, so I'm going to click on the drawing layer and I'm going to drag that to the top, so now my letterform appears, and that is more or less it. So we can see this main outline which will be cut by the laser cutter, the circle that will be cut, and my letterform which will be etched. I can hide my original drawing so I can see my final letterform, and I'll probably go up and just clean up a few of these edges by moving the anchor points, and then that should be more or less ready to go on to the final stage.